Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Walk top. Tight end right. Pull down. Sit. Pull it out. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. First-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
No, 66. 4 down, even. Hey, wahoo! Mike 20. You got Mike 28.
Now Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, go 66. Hey, Zoo. 20. Oh, you got D? I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. Past the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Dolphins 14, Patriots nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All day, every day. Alpha. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 28. Mike 28. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Throwing now is Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Raekwon McMillan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Mike 28. Mike 28. Alert! Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack?
Well, that's the second time they've gotten to Brady, and you've got to do it a variety of ways. You want your regular pressure. Sometimes you have to bring extra. But in this case, they got to him, and that just doesn't happen very often.
It's a rarity. He's just such a veteran. His pocket presence so good. But, hey, tip of the cap to the D. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And the Dolphin first down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Switch. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Hey.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
He's coming. Double up. Go. He's coming. Double up. Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get this. Hold tight. 25. Check 25.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Kill. Tight dog. Watch out.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. A big play there for New England. 45 yards. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy. Because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Sony Michel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first down back.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Single, single. Patch it. 61. Max box. Mike. Ball shot.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This is caught by Hearns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Dolphins.
Set, hey, H-A-Gator. Single. Now here's the ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That one good for 26 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Jackson. Caught by Wilson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
Here we go. Check.
Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Check. 3 down. Check 91. 91 is the money. Hey, both 66.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 3 down. Motion. He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get off the field.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Go, Bandit.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And now the Dolphins have it. There goes Green. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
On first down, Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike 35, woo. 35's the Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curled a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Let's get that ball. Check. Lucky. It's free. Check 13. Check hustle. Show it.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
First down, Miami.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Play possession. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call. And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Let's go. 36, we outlaw. 36. Let's go. Watch 36. 36. I'm here all day. Back, back, back.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Slam, slam, slam.
Now Brady. That's out to his running back, Michel. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
2 times, 2 times. 4 down, 4 down. Hey, Delta. 4 down. Hey, second.
Brady to throw again. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wait, that. Ready? 28. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Ozzy. Ozzy. Go, go, go. Hey, echo. Wait, 28.
Brady now on first down. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cameron Meredith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots get a score closer. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You just feel
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Keep playing hard.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Switch, switch.
Now Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
13 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
Watch the run. They're running it. Out, 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 out.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Grant. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Got 4 down, 4 down. You don't want nothing.
Jackson now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the pass. Run pass. Here we go. Hey.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back. Let's go right here.
Operating from the gun, Jackson, and a completion to Wilson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady gives to Michel, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady. He'll get this to Devlin, his fullback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady there.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? They're down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Catch is made by Harry. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about it, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Yeah, Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Dorsett's got it. Escapes the defender. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Hey, 10, 53. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Sugar!
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
91 is the mic. Hey, exit. Hey, Alabama.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Sugar. Here we go. Hey, Haywood.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins.
Sure, they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Jackson on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Drake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, check 24.
Here's Jackson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Man left. Alert. 3 down. Check it. Hey, Team 6. Mike 91, you must be dreaming. 91 is the mic. Time to go, night. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike,
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jerome Baker in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check it.
To throw again. Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 3rd down gain of 19. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind, with him running the team, that you could actually meet?
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White. His 5th touchdown now on the year as they are able to cut into that lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Box drop. Check curls, check curls. Check 52. Joker, 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 joker. 61, matchbox lights. Gold 50. Hey. High 7. 52, high 52. 65, 65. 65. Alert.
To throw, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch 36. 36 tonight. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Now Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. From the gun on third down, Jackson going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Pull it together. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift. You draw quarters. Regular. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Hey, orbit. Crunch time, defense. 91. Check it.
On first down, Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let go.
Their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Throwing again on second down. Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Watch the slant. Motion. Hey, go 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
36. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Slam.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 36. Mike 36. It's just me and you. Check. Echo.
On third down, Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Watch 36 to Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 9, check 9.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, that throw by Brady, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Kill, turn up. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in.
Go. Shift, watch the shift.
Mike 28, watch the slant. Mike 28. Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Brady now on 1st down. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
36 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Going to look deep for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. It's complete to Drake. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Jackson to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Now Jackson on third down. Steps away to his left, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Jackson throwing on fourth down. And some space here. Parker, the intended target.
The 20-yard line.
Hey, set. Wide, 80. I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Watch 6-6. Pull it high. House him.
They'll run on first down. Michelle.
It's run.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Michelle, the ball carrier.
Yeah, baby.
He's first out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. And it's Michelle once again. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 20. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Hey, check it.
One final try now for Brady. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Okay, Brady, I see you.
It's second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Three bud.
And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a. She an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip.